Good morning, everyone. So it is Saturday, November the 2nd, and that puts it at around 7 months that most of the KRATOMs have been planted in the yard now. And I'm going to take some cuttings off of the Rufat H here. It's the only ones I'm really intending to bother with. And 37 is the lowest they've said that we've gotten so far, but I've seen a few things that have some mark on them, like they might have got a little cooler at some point in the last few days. But tonight they're saying we're supposed to be down to 40, and I have taken pictures of the weather forecast saying we were at 38, and I had a 1/4 inch of ice on the bird bath. And so I have 28 outside faucets, and to keep from having to replace them every spring, I turn all the outside lines off and drain them. And I had done that about 2 weeks ago, and so these haven't had any water since then other than what rained. And we did get a few nice showers over the last couple of weeks, but still you can see them kind of drooping, and this is 9:30 in the morning still, so they're looking the best during the day. They'll probably droop some more, which it's overcast this morning. These have been cut back. I had different people that wanted cuttings, and I did sell some cuttings, and this whole outside row here had been cut, and others here and there have had some cuttings taken off of them, but unfortunately that's all that has been done. Like I said, I'm going to get the Rufat H because I don't have as many of those as I want. But there's just no telling how many kilos of KRATOM I produce this year here on these plants, and the ones up by the greenhouse. And these are the camellias that are actually the tea camellias. I have 2 varieties of them, and they're putting on new growth and putting on flowers, and there were a few seed pods on them. I don't know if something got them or they fell off or what, but anyway, we're doing KRATOM, so back to that. And these are well over taller than I am, so better than 6 inches of growth, or 6 feet of growth, excuse me, on some of them, and that's the tallest ones, which, considering that we're still in a drought at nearly a foot below average, and so they have had some difficult times this summer, and some of the discoloration and all that I know is because my pH is way crazy on the water. I've been trying to correct that on the plants that I have in the pots up at the greenhouse and everything. And between the rainwater that I have been able to save and doctoring the water at other times, I have been correcting the coloration on the leaves and the plants in the greenhouse. Not all the way, but I'm getting there. It's still quite a bit that I would like to get done, but been having some difficulties with my health and all, and so I've been trying to slow down some and not push myself quite so hard. Age is trying to catch up with me, it seems. And so a lot of times pain is telling you that you need to sit down and slow down. And so I don't always listen to my old body until it just flat fails me. But these up here, like I say, they never did grow as much as the ones out front, and I think part of that is because of the trees and all up here drawing the water from them. And then for some time now, I just haven't cleaned up around them the way I ought to have. So all in all, I really don't have that much into them, and with the cuttings that I sold off the ones out front, I've actually made a little profit off of them, and I hope that in the 7 months of doing these videos and sharing with everyone that we've all got a little bit of education from it, that, you know, depending on how long your growing season is and all that, you have to determine if it's worth your time putting KRATOMs in the yard. With all that I have in the pots and taking cuttings and everything else, I have more leaves than I need or I can possibly use myself, unless I go to a totally KRATOM diet and start eating it in place of my other greens. But all in all, I am very pleased, and I will continue to do a monthly video right on through till next spring and into the summer, depending on what it looks like. And if these come back, and I do indeed hope that they will come back. And that was part of planting these under the trees here, was they will get a little protection, and we'll see just what happens during the winter. And some of the videos may not be but just a shot of a dead stump, but we'll all continue to try to learn together and see what happens. Everyone have a blessed day and stay warm.